Yes, hello already. I'm Nouamane Cherkaoui. I'm Deputy CEO at BPCE Solutions Informatiques, the IT retail of BPCE Group. I'm also Chief Transformation and Strategy Officer. I'm super excited to be here again with you at one of my favorite global tech events. Thank you for the invitation and thank you for attending. So it's the hot topic of the moment over the world right now, as it's beside many other transformation and debates with global technology innovations, cloud sovereignty, big tech competition, and hundred of data regulation. AI generate fears and hopes, both excessive, and you think that you are agree with that. Then welcome to the future. It is there, and we are on the age of artificial intelligence. For a year, over 6 months, the new tech developments we are witnessing are incredible. Just in this summer, for example, many of you have started using ChatGPT, Gemini, or other AI generative tools. Yeah, it's very interesting to see that the release of ChatGPT in November 2022 prompted the fastest public adoption of any technology we have seen a long time, perhaps ever. I mean that it changed the way we interact with each other, the way we work in a certain profession. My children go there every time, ask questions, and get better quality answers that I could ever provide myself. Change is happening fast, not just technology, but across society and human behavior. And it's happening whether we are ready or not, with effects that go from minor to truly transformative ones. As someone concerned by technology, I can understand how it is difficult to keep up with the next big trend: cloud computing, IoT, big data, blockchain, metaverse, quantum computing, and beyond. But AI is just different. I think that AI is a revolution. Yes, it's not just a trend. It is a fourth revolution, in fact, following agriculture, industrialization, and IT. AI is reshaping how we work and the way we do business, human interaction, and our lives. It is transforming industries, politics, education, entire systems. But like every major shift, the road ahead will have challenges. Ethical questions, for example, loom large, especially when many of AI systems today are black boxes that can't explain their output decisions. We are in the beginning of something big, I think, and AI is changing everything. And now is the time to understand and shape what next. What next? Globally, the origin of this disruption is certainly digitalization and tons of data generated and exploited. Indeed, remember the post-COVID crisis, the driving force behind many of today's changes is digitalization, but the data created is part of our work. And as IT guys, our part of our work was to bring together data expertise, innovative technologies, and digital creativity to unlock the value of a data asset. This helped organizations make significant improvement of area like strategy, operation, construction, healthcare, and more. And as you see, all the industries are already using data visualization as part of their services and value design. AI, machine learning, and Gen AI takes this to next level. These technologies help to design and manage complex systems, and whether it's building new apps or integrating AI into strategic businesses. While you analyze data with AI, you enhance the value, using it to optimize asset performance, design better product or services, and work more efficiently by in theory. And AI and machine learning will quickly become essential to stay competitive in an innovative world. More than 18% of the world data is created within the last 2 years. Let's look at the statistics in the world and its evolution. They are awesome. In today's fast-paced digital world, enormous amount of data are generated every day, from emails and social media to video to online shopping and more. And currently, millions of terabytes of data are created daily, and this number keeps to climbing. And globally, the data creation captured and consumed has grown rapidly, hitting 64.2 gigabits in 2020. By 2025, it's expected to exceed 118 gigabits. Data generation is accelerating faster than ever, and every year these numbers continue to break new records. Let's explore together the impact of this data explosion on the world. The rapid growth of data shows success in digital age, indeed, enabling AI insight and global connectivity. However, the explosion of information also attracts cybercriminals. As more data is created, stored, and shared, vulnerability increases. Organizations must balance using data value with protection from sophisticated threats. It's not just the volume of data, it's the variety of sources is growing too, like mobile devices and factory systems connected to IoT, for example. Meanwhile, decisions based on data are expected in real time more and more. Delays can lead to mistakes and misses opportunities or often failures, like errors in autonomous cars, for example, made something bad. This challenge is that we managing data, but also acting on it quickly. AI is a powerful tool to simplify data complexity and ensure responsible use. However, training AI requires processing massive data sets, creating heavy workloads on cloud server, and its significant carbon footprint. To address this, the European Sustained Machine Learning Project developed a framework to reduce the AI energy use. So it's not just amount of data, but what you need to do with this that is challenging. And why didn't smartphone, for example, make us smarter? It's a question that many economists and researchers are looking for. The labor productivity growth has slowed since the early of the 18th century. Even as technology has advanced rapidly, productivity or the ability to produce more with the same resources is driven by new ideas, technology, and better business models. So why hasn't the digital revolution, including smartphone, delivered the expected technology? Uh, for me, one reason could be the lag between new technologies and their full economic impact. For example, it took nearly 100 years after the invention of the steam engine for its benefits to peak. And when I talk to some businesses leaders about AI, I heard mixed emotion, overwhelmed, scared, anxious, but also excited and occasionally optimistic. AI doesn't have to be intimidating us because it needs to be embraced. And businesses that it is hesitate to risk falling behind competitors already adopting AI. The key starting point is data. Companies with well organized performance data, whether in operation or product, have the greatest opportunity to leverage AI for deep actionable insight. Most of AI today are narrow AI, meaning it's designed to excel in specific tasks. What is interesting is that many of AI fundamental algorithms were invented as back as the 1816s. The difference now is computational power. For instance, training deep learning model, it's costing less and less because we are doing some capitalization with some potential point and effort data. It isn't just the future; it is the present yet, and we have to embrace it more rapidly than we can understand. Will AI replace humans soon? Fears of new technology isn't new. It's part of our history. While Halloween might spotlight our love for fear, we seem to enjoy it year round, especially when it comes to tech. From concern about addictive product to Black Mirror level dystopias, fear often dominates discussion about innovation. This is nothing new. People have worried about technology since the dawn of fire. For instance, when you take some example, books and the printing press, for example, in the 16th century, Swiss scholar Konrad Gessner feared the printing press would cause information overload. Electricity in the 19th century, Electricity scared many people. Even US President Benjamin Harrison has White House staff operate light because he feared electrocution. And email, for example, as recently as 2005, articles claimed emails would harm IQ with dubious data to back it up. And the one of critical of this, it was a company which is selling printers to print those email on paper. Then fear of change is natural, but history shows that fears face as technology because become integral to life. The same goes for AI today. AI and digital technology are transforming how business operates, from how they create and deliver value to how scale and serve customers. For businesses, adopting AI is no longer optional. More already live in AI-driven world, even if they don't realize it. Leaders must focus on two things in my mind. The first one is learning. Learning means understand AI potential and how it's applied to your businesses. And the second thing is adapting. Adapting means implement AI strategically with real and practical use case. AI isn't a strategy, but you need AI for a strategy. To be short, even you are not afraid of AI, it is important to understand this. AI alone won't provide you any sustainable competitive advantage. The history of traumatic technology like the steam engine, electric motors, and personal computers revolutionized industry and created immense value, but none of them provided a lasting edge for individual companies. Why? Because this innovation were so impactful that everyone have to adopt them, leveling the playing field, and in many cases they even disrupted established leaders, opening the door to new competitors. Then if you have some takeaway on that, we have to have keep in mind two things to have the competitive advantage like that, for this point of AI adoption. The first one is the shared process. Gen AI thrives on constantly updated data that your competitors can benefit not just from their own data but also for yours. And all these algorithms are on open source now, which accelerate the spread of knowledge. The last point is AI is a strategic point for all together. First point to understand is that when we test AI with some companies, we can have some differences between all what AI is bringing to our society in strategic and what human is bringing. And if we take the Lego company, for example, I use two different AI tools to analyze a level of data and our Lego before 2023, and the history is very, very simple. In 2003, Lego was in big trouble, just out from bankruptcy, and sales were down 30% with a debt of 800 million debt. Why? Because they lost focus and was making a lot of other things like jewelry and even clothes, but they don't take any decision to reduce their cost strategy or to develop some new markets until one decision that would turn Lego into a big company, an empire of $13 billion. Then Jorgen von Kropstadt was the first non-family CEO appointed at Lego company. His first insight was very simple. The first one is back to the basics. He refocused Lego's course on letting people to build and create their own stories. The second thing, he simplified production. He cut the number of unique pieces, passing from 2,000 to 12,000 pieces to half one. And the last the decision is embracing digital instead of fearing video games. Lego partnership with Tattoo Games and partnership with Harry Potter and Star Wars. The results were incredible. By 2021, Lego's revenue hits to $7.5 million, and by 2024, the profits has grown at 16%. Lego is not just a company; it's more than a company. It is a storytelling company. And when we take the same decision with AI, the result was very different because they pushed the company to go to the metaverse, to have a marketplace for secondhand. Perhaps the decision better to save the company. But have to understand that it is a decision of a human that's let Lego the first toy brand in the world. It isn't the first time that technology evolution has transformed society. Take the Industrial Revolution, it freed us from relying on our muscle power and changing how we work. Back then, most people worked in farms, but automation reduced those jobs to a tree fraction. New jobs were created in factories and offices replaced them, helping people to adapt. But today, shifts feel different. Why? Because not because this time is unique, but because the Industrial Revolution was the shock of two world wars and the Great Depression forced society to adapt. Now we need to prepare for what next. That's why we wrote a book on that with my colleague Pej Maguari and John Barrett. But the essence of the intelligence is for me human 100%. Why? Because it is the heart of intelligence. It's what makes us human. A computer can recognize a face but can't find it beautiful. It has memory but no memories. It can create image but has no imagination. It can learn from mistakes but never regret them. Intelligence isn't one thing. It's a mix of a set of skills, innate of acquired, feeling or dictation, caching and answering. It is tied to emotion, intuition, and laughter. True intelligence is human. It cannot be artificial. If it can't, so we can't risk to losing what it makes us, you and me. Thank you very much.